Hi, I'm Yasmin Fernandez and I welcome you to my world of cooking in What's Cooking Man? Hi everyone, today we are going to make a variety of chocolates. We are going to make mint chocolates, orange thins and coffee filled chocolates. These are very simple to make but they require a little patience and I'm sure you all will make them this Christmas. So let's get on. First, we'll be making the mint thins. For that, I have taken some dark chocolate, some icing sugar, some water, peppermint essence, mold, and brushes. We will first start by melting the dark chocolate in intervals of 30 seconds till the chocolate melts. Once the chocolate has melted, we will take it out of the microwave and we will give it a nice stir. Make sure the chocolate has melted well. Now, put a small amount of chocolate in each cavity. Now, the amount of chocolate you use will depend on the molds that you're using. So, there is no fixed quantity for the chocolate that you're taking. Just judge the molds and use the amount of chocolate. Now, brush the chocolate so that the cavity is covered really well. Make sure that the base is a little thick, otherwise it will not unmold properly. So make the base nice and thick and then put it in the freezer to set. Whilst it is setting in the freezer, we will now prepare the mint filling. For that, take some icing sugar, about 2 tablespoons, add some drops of mint essence and add water a little at a time, very little. First we will add about half a teaspoon and mix. Then we will add in a little more water because it has to be a smooth mixture. Now give it a mix. But at this stage I feel that the filling is a little less, so I'm going to add in a little more sugar. Let's say 2 more teaspoons of sugar I'll be adding to this. And just half a teaspoon of water. Now give that a good mix. There, our peppermint filling is now ready. The mold has been in the freezer rather, for about 3-4 minutes. And now we will put in the mint. Put little at a time, don't put too much because otherwise it will be very strong and you won't enjoy the taste then. So just a little, and then with a brush, just spread the mint in the cavity. Use little at a time and just spread it with the brush. These chocolates are really delicious. I mean, for those who enjoy after eights, they are going to love this chocolate. So, patiently with the brush, just spread the mint flavor, that is the mint filling, in the cavities. And once again, we will be putting our mold in the freezer till the mint layer sets, that is for around 3 to 4 minutes. Now the mint layer has set and finally we will cover it again with dark chocolate covering. Cover each and every part because when you unmold it has to come out as one piece. But don't overfill it please. Now once you have filled it, just give it a very gentle tap. Keep filling all of them, but like I said, don't overfill the cavities. Just fill them to the proper edge of the mold and then just give it a gentle tap. That's all. Now, once you have done this, again you will be putting the mold in the freezer till it sets. Say about 5 minutes should be fine. After 5 minutes in the freezer, you have to unmold the chocolate. Unmold it very carefully. This is so delicious and they are so thin and lovely. Just look at that. It's beautiful. You'll really enjoy this chocolate. Now let's go on to the next chocolate, which are the orange thins. For that I have chosen milk chocolate, but you can also use dark, you can even use white chocolate, whichever chocolate you want, and some orange oil based essence. The first thing we'll do is we'll melt our chocolate. This is incredibly easy. Now, once the chocolate has melted, add a few drops of orange essence and give it a nice stir. Always taste the filling that you're making so that you can add more essence if you like. Now, once again, fill the chocolate in the cavities. This time there is no filling, so the chocolate itself is going to be filled in the entire cavity. Fill the chocolate nicely, and like I said, see that each and every corner is filled nicely, and then of course give your mold a gentle tap. You can even use some dark chocolate. I've got some dark chocolate remaining, so I'm going to add a little orange essence in that also. Give it a nice mix, and then I'll fill it in the same mold. So you can have dark orange thins and light orange thins. So carefully fill the mold nicely. Always make sure that you don't add extra chocolate. You don't want it crossing the edge of the mold. So fill it nicely in the mold comfortably, and of course give your mold a slight tap so that you get a good finish. Now fill in the last cavity, and once you've done that, again give it a nice tap and put it in the freezer for about 4 to 5 minutes. It's the freezer and not the fridge, remember. So put your chocolate, and then once it's done, unmold it. Isn't it beautiful and thin? These orange thins are my favorite, absolute favorite. I love these orange thins. Now we will go on with the next chocolate, which are soft centered coffee filled chocolates. So for that I have taken milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and we will also require some fresh cream. Also we will require a little white chocolate, 2 teaspoons of coffee, I've used Nescafe, and 2 teaspoons of icing sugar, and the mold of your choice, and of course the brushes will be used. First we are going to melt the white chocolate in intervals of 30 seconds till the chocolate melts very nicely. When you stir the chocolate, it should be smooth and nice. Now take very little chocolate at a time and just put a drop or two at the base of the mold. That's it, very little. Very little. Make sure it doesn't fall on the sides. It only has to go to the base, and very little that too. Now just shake the mold a little and keep it in the freezer again for about 3 to 4 minutes. Now I'm going to melt the dark chocolate for the covering. So again, in intervals of 30 seconds I have melted the chocolate till it has melted and is nice and smooth. Now take this chocolate and line your mold. Take a brush and line it neatly. You don't have to fill this chocolate up to the top because the filling is yet to come. So very patiently only line the mold. Use a nice brush so that you're comfortable and it's neater, and it also saves the usage or wastage of chocolate. So using a brush, line all the mold carefully and again place it in the freezer for 3 to 4 minutes. Let's prepare the soft center for the chocolate. Mix the icing sugar and the Nescafe. Just stir it nicely, mix it well. Now, we'll be using about 4 tablespoons of cream, but we are going to add them a little at a time. Don't add it all at once. Just add little at a time and mix the coffee, the sugar and the fresh cream. Give it a nice stir. Like I told you, we'll be using 4 tablespoons of fresh cream. So add in all the fresh cream that is remaining and give it a nice stir. Now microwave this for about 20 seconds. 20 seconds should be more than enough. And Then we will stir it and see that all the coffee and the sugar have dissolved well. So now for 20 seconds in the microwave, and then we will stir. Lovely. Our coffee and sugar and cream have mixed really well, and now we will prepare our soft center. We will also melt the milk chocolate that I have taken. Melt the milk chocolate nicely in again intervals of 30 seconds till it melts, and then add the filling. We have to use all the filling, but just add a little filling at a time, please. Mix it well. The chocolate will thicken at this stage, but we have to use all the filling, and once you've used all the filling, it will loosen up on its own. So add all the filling and then mix it with your milk chocolate. What we are looking for is a dropping consistency, thick dropping consistency, like so. There, can you see? Wonderful. Now keep this aside, and the mold which we had kept in the freezer, we will now take it out and we will start adding our coffee filling in the molds. Now don't overfill the cavities. Just put little filling at a time. Don't go right up to the top. Just go 3/4 of the way. That's it. A little filling, and then just tap your mold. That is, just shake it. Don't tap it. Just shake the mold a little so that the filling spreads nicely. Once again, we'll be putting this in the freezer for another 3 to 4 minutes. Remember, it's the freezer and not the fridge. Now, after 4 minutes, I'm now going to finally cover the chocolate. So let's close the cavity now with dark chocolate and see that you cover it properly. Again, do not overfill, do not spill over. Just put enough chocolate to fill the cavity well. And of course, just shake the mold slightly so that the chocolate will spread well. And then again, keep it in the freezer for about 4 to 5 minutes. It's ready now. Chocolates are soft in the center and have a nice thin hard covering on the outside. They are really delicious. All of them are lovely. And so I hope this Christmas you will make these chocolates and share this recipe with your family and friends. Thank you for watching.